What's happening, world? Happy Friday. Welcome to another episode of Cognac Confessionals. I'm your host, Deshaun. Here at Where Media Meets Studios in conjunction with VJ TV, Farrell Films, History in the Making Entertainment, Keep It Cloudy Productions. Shout out to Drop Knock, Camouflage, the Venus Lounge. Got a good show lined up for y'all tonight. See how everybody doing. Let everybody introduce themselves, starting with my man to the left.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy, Pharaoh Scorsese, man. Just here to make some movies, man, and make some memories.
Yo, and it's your boy, Camouflage D-Jack. I'm in the building.
It's your boy, Fluid. I'm in the building.
That's what's up. So, welcome to the show, my brother.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Been working on trying to get you here. For the people who don't know you, tell them more about yourself.
Well, my name is Fluid. I'm a rap artist slash entertainment company slash record label owner from Union City, California. Name of my entertainment company is Fluid Motion Music and Entertainment.
There you go.
Yes, sir. Just here trying to put out some good music, make some waves,
Shout out to the legend, Frankie J and the Legion.
Yes, sir. Can't forget about Frankie J. Okay. You know your Union City music.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So,
Shout out Frank.
Yes, sir. Rest in peace and shout out Frank.
rest in peace. So let's start off with a good cheer.
Yes, indeed.
It's been a
Right.
great week. Y'all here,
Look at my boy,
breathing,
man.
able.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
You
life's good
life is good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
if you handle your business.
Yes, definitely.
That shit can get away from you if you don't.
That's the
Handle
important
your
part.
business. Handle your business. Don't let your business handle you.
Exactly.
So, what's been happening with you? What's going on with you, bro?
Just had a birthday, March 3rd.
Same day as my youngest.
Happy
That's what's
birthday.
up.
Thank you.
Happy
So,
birthday.
Thank
Nice, hey, happy solar return.
Mm-hmm.
Not too long ago, I got the chance to see you perform at Danielle Monique's birthday up on the rooftop, man. I gotta tell you, man, you had some real cool presence, man, on that
Thank you, sir.
microphone and the music, everything. The music was beautiful, the presentation. How long you been at this? Because you was real polished with it.
I've been at this for over 20 years. I've been doing this since I started rapping at like 13. Basically, it started from like a poetry assignment.
Okay.
I was listening to rap at that point. I had never tried it.
Right.
Your Run DMCs, your NWA, Too Short. I mean, you name it back then. And I decided, let me see if I can rap this poem, just for fun. Jumped up in front of the class, had my boy beatbox. I did the little rap thing. Standing ovation from the teacher and the classmates. Every day after that, people were coming to me, spit a rap, spit something. So I started learning how to write.
Okay.
Now, I didn't know how to format, songs like the way
Like
songs are
bars,
formatted.
yeah.
I just take a white sheet of paper. I figure when I get to the end of it, that's a verse. I didn't know how to count bars and all that back
Right.
then. But I go and like either memorize it or take the paper with me and spit for people every day. And then that grew into what I'm doing now.
Okay. That's what's up. So, you got a label, music company. That's ownership type shit right there.
Yes, sir.
What drove you to go in that direction?
Just studying the music game. When I first started doing music, that the thing that most people would do, you get signed to a label. Like Def Jam, Priority, Universal, Sony. Before some of those labels folded or got like absorbed by other stuff. But that was the direction that you went into. But as time went on, studying the game, you see how when you deal with like labels that are not yours, you don't get all the money. So they have to get their percentage, their cut. Even if they give you like an advance, a lot of people don't know this and pay attention to what I'm about to say. You got to pay that back before you see some money. When you do things from an independent standpoint, you have a lot more control over your career and you get a lot more of the return to you. So once I learned that, I just figured out how to have more control of my career.
And them advances are so cold because there's some labels that after you blow through the advance, we'll go on and give you an advance
On
on your next album.
Yeah.
And an advance on the next album. You look up and you recording 3-4 albums and you ain't getting a dime because technically you already
still
got
owe.
paid.
And you on contract, so you got to do it.
And then companies like Universal, they so cold, they'll come and say, well, you are the advances, but we're going on to give you a loan at 17% interest. And you know what happens when you get to the end of that term and you can't pay that loan back, let alone those advances?
You lose
Well, can we get that publishing?
We need your publishing.
A lot of these guys who are
Wanna
making
own
these
your
big
likeness.
productions
Yeah.
about how they're selling their catalogs and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
don't let that shit fool you. They're selling their catalogs because they're so far in debt with the label that even though so-and-so sold this catalog for $100 million, he's walking off with nothing
Nothing at all.
because the game is to get you in as much debt. A record company is basically like
Your pimp.
what do you call it? Check cash in place
Mhm.
or a
Oh,
pawn
the
shop.
mother,
That's
yeah,
basically
yeah.
what it
Payday
is.
much.
money loan spot.
Pretty
know what
much,
I'm saying?
yeah.
We take 90%, you get 10%, but your 10% pays for 100% of everything.
Yes.
And don't worry, as long as you can keep rapping, you can keep owing us.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much how it is.
Cold
cold
part
game.
about it is that they don't do. You would think, because a lot of niggas is gangsters, and they think that a nigga got to rob them, got to be some type of ferocious character with a pistol or something like that. Man, them cats, man, will hug you, wear a sweat, even come to your kid's birthday party.
Oh, yeah. A different type of gangster.
Robbing you blind.
Different type of gangster. On that Al Capone.
In a suit.
Yeah.
Suit and tie. How you going?
Yes, sir.
Pencil whooping you, as my grandma used to say. They pencil whooping you.
Pretty much.
So what was your last album you put out, and what's your newest single or album that you putting out?
Well, actually, I haven't actually put out a full-length album yet. I got about 13, 14, maybe 15 singles that are out.
Okay.
So you've been active.
I've been active, yeah. Now, I do have an EP project that's going to drop with an artist by the name of Nuts So Fly. That's coming out on April 5th.
Okay.
So that'll be my first kind of full-length thing, even though it's collaborative. But so testing the waters with that while I get my actual solo. I have actually 2 solo albums that's sitting in the work. Fluidtopia Part 1 and Part 2. So while I'm getting that together, I test the waters with the EP. Right. Now, my latest single I just dropped is a song called Recognize with Sugar Free.
Yeah, that's that.
Shout out to Sugar Free.
Shout out to Sugar Free and my
Pomona's
boy,
finest.
Got a shout out to the producer too, my boy Richie Famous. He
Salute.
he nailed that beat.
Yeah, that should go. I was listening to it.
Thank you.
I was gonna play it, but I don't want it to get. I don't want the
Too much
video to
ism?
get seized. No,
Oh.
I don't want the. I don't. Sometimes with playing music, you know, the
copyright guy.
Yeah, and they'd be like, I'd be like, we just playing the intro. Just I try to play whoever own when they own.
Yeah.
And I don't want the videos to get snatched. So I'm just like, all right, this is what we doing.
Gotcha.
But yeah,
They
it's
just got me from a car passing by in the video.
Oh wow.
Remember when that scene with Dino? He's on this motorcycle. There's a dude driving by in the car, and you could hear the music in there. And they hit me with a copyright strike on YouTube. They told me, we ain't gonna take the video down, but you can't monetize it.
Right.
And I'm sitting there like, that's just
nothing to
background
do.
noise. It has nothing to do with what we doing. But
Yeah, they trying to.
Someone
So I
that
gotta go
just
back in
happened to
and
pass
mute.
by.
yeah, I'm gonna go back in and redo the video and mute that section.
Right. So, so you got the album, you got the song with Sugar Free you did, which is slappers. Who else have you worked with?
I've worked with Casual from the Hieroglyphics.
Casual.
Quite a few. I've done quite a few things
Bars.
with the Mechanics.
Oh yeah.
Specifically Forax.
Okay.
They should be good producers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they
those are 2 of my favorite guys right there. And favorite guys, period. Solid dudes, and they solid
Very
producers.
solid. Very solid.
I've also worked with I've worked with Goldie from the Federation. So
That's
Vicious.
family. That's the homie.
So Vicious.
Yeah. Yeah, I follow her. So I want to. Yeah. Make that.
Worked with Tiki 200, a guy by the name of ITC.
MC
Tiki-
Red.
Tiki
Yeah,
been on the
MC
show.
Red. MC Red.
yeah.
She
Tiki
going
been
by
on there.
Tiki now,
She
though.
going by Tiki now.
She'll
Yeah.
always be MC
Tiki
Red to
10,
me.
She always be MC Red to me too. But working with her,
She's a true talent.
I've worked with CMT of EA Ski and CMT. I've worked with G Stack of the Delinquents. I got an unreleased song that'll be coming out soon, and I actually got another one I'm working on with him.
So
Okay.
Mr. Jones.
So yeah, Mr. G Stack.
Yeah. Purple tape.
Quite a few people, man. I've worked with some cats from East Coast. A dude by the name of Show Enough NYC. Well, he's kind of back and forth, mainly based in the East Coast. I think
I've been following him on the gram.
Is it Brooklyn? I think. Brooklyn, I think.
Now you have quite an impressive list. Your network game must be off the wall, because man, you got a wild, diverse amount of people you just named, from legends to new up and comers to man. You know what I'm saying? You must be one of them cats know how to work a room.
I do, but I think it's more so. I think I just I do know how to work a room, but I think a lot of people tell me that the reason that they want to work with me is just my presence, my aura. I'm easy to get along with, easy to work with, knowledgeable.
That's what I was saying about with the stage
very
presence.
professional.
Right. Conversation running nation.
So yeah, exactly.
You know how many people dispute that, and I don't know why.
Man.
If conversation didn't run the nation, we wouldn't be here right now.
Right.
Sure wouldn't. So, you like you said, you named a plethora of people.
And that's just something.
That's something. Yeah, I know. Yeah, because it take a minute to name everybody.
Your network will determine your net worth, gang.
Always.
Yeah.
Some
Most
of y'all
definitely.
that come into a room and y'all standing over there hugging the wall, or you too cool for school, or you unapproachable, and then you wonder why you're not getting the results.
Exactly.
Uncoachable kids become unhireable adults.
Ooh,
That
facts.
and I add this too. Anytime that you're doing something like what I'm doing, or even what you guys are doing, you need a team.
You got to.
You have to have a team. And I say that not from a standpoint of me trying to be like some assert like authority or leadership over anybody, but I know I have certain people that know how to do certain things, and I know those certain things that help my career.
Right.
So I go and seek those people out, have them work with me. If there's something that I can provide them, even trade, and we all come up.
Fair exchange ain't no robbery.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? The wise man knows what he don't know and has somebody who knows what he don't know close to him
Exactly.
until he knows it.
Exactly.
You get that at 3 a.m.
Because unfortunately, it's a lot of cats out here that don't even know what they don't know, because they try to. So I'm super duper old school.
Yeah.
When I first got in the game, they had this book called This Business of Music.
Mm-hmm.
And
Think I remember
if you
that
went
book.
to the conventions and stuff like that, executives would literally quiz you on stuff out the book to see
if you knew
and
it.
that would determine if they took you seriously or not. Now, back in them days, the book was $80.
Yeah.
And we was making $4 an hour on the job.
Yeah.
So that meant you damn near had to take a whole paycheck of it.
Yeah.
So you had to be really
You had to
serious
really
about
grind.
it. And then, but stuff like that, then it amazes me, because during the course of my travels, I ended up talking to a lot of young artists and stuff like that. And it always amazes me at how much time and energy they putting into this thing without having any actual knowledge of it.
So what's going on?
And when you say to them, hey, you kind of gotta, you gotta study this game. Right now I'm in the movie game. There's a lot of people, and I'll be like, and they don't even study the competition or what's happening, and I'll be like,
None of it.
why are so many people trying to jump into shit, dedicate their life to it, spend their money, but not willing to learn the basics? That
A lot of people
just
feel like
amazing
they
to
are.
me.
A lot of people probably feel like they already. They figure they watch some things on TV, see some people do some stuff, and then they figure they know the basics.
I don't care.
From that.
I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what your endeavor is. You can't watch a couple YouTube videos and jump off the porch.
Now you got to study the game.
You're going to have to learn about distribution. You're going to have to learn about marketing. Even if you say, well, I'm not going to do the marketing, if you don't know the game, you won't even know when you're being burnt.
That part.
You ain't got to know everything, but you got to at least know if you're being crossed. You got to at least know if somebody's selling you some dreams.
You know how to
You
protect
got to at
yourself.
least know when somebody hands you a check, if this is what you're actually supposed to be getting, or they pencil whooping you again.
Yeah.
Cats will give you something, and the cats will give you a royalty sheet, and it'll have commissions, holdbacks, and fees on it. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You just charged me 3 times for the same thing.
Everything
like-
but splits.
Yeah, it's like when you, even with a regular job, you get your check, you're like, what the fuck is FICA?
Right.
Who the fuck?
But just think, it's some cats
Tell
let
Fife I don't
FICO
need
whoop
him.
them for 20 years and never once at least even look up at somebody and say, hey, man, I want you to explain this to me. Like, they won't even do it. I don't know if it's arrogance or what is it, but, and I know, like you said, uncoachable kids.
Yeah.
Become unhireable adults. And I know a lot of y'all was the defiant ones in the classroom. Didn't want to listen, didn't want to read, didn't do that. But you're actually limiting yourself if you're trying to play a game. And you're actually, and I see some people really burning relationships, spending their money. Like, you really not spending time with their kids. Like, you really sacrificing to get in this game, but you're not willing to learn the rules so you can win. And that's bananas to me.
That's backwards.
You know?
I know. I've made lots of sacrifices to.
Right.
I mean, friendships, relationships. The way I figured, after all I gave up to be here, I better know the game. I better get something out of it.
What Denzel said, I'm leaving here with something.
Yeah.
So, as you said, you grew up in Union City. Take us through what it was like growing up.
Union City, at least back then, is kind of a laid back place. It was kind of just getting established. It was pretty mellow. It was pretty chill. Now, for the first few years of my life, though, I actually didn't go to school in Union City. I went to school in Oakland. I was going to I went to a couple private schools out there that were affiliated with the church. So up until, I would say, I didn't get into the public school system until like 7th grade.
Oh, damn.
So so like basically from like, well, I take that back. I think I went to somewhere back. I went like a year or two of public, but most of it was private.
Okay.
But so then I transitioned into public schooling in Union City, junior high school. So that part, a little bit of a tough transition, because being used to going to this school in Oakland with, Oakland kids, Oakland environment, and then Union City, not quite the same. And I had to transition and figure all that out. And once I got it, it was cool. Basically, I only had to do, like I said, junior high school and high school years in Union City.
Right.
But I mean, they were good years. I can't complain.
Right.
I mean, they helped kind of further my music. There were quite a few people actually who went to Logan High School who were getting into DJing, or they were dancers, or other like MCs. Actually, I actually started off I was a dancer for a little bit too.
Okay.
I was in a dance group called the Berserks.
Okay.
If any of y'all watching, what's up, y'all?
Shout out to the
Shout y'all out.
I got
Shout
the
out
flies.
Logan, man.
Logan, yeah, because y'all
Now, one
y'all
thing
classmates.
a lot of people don't realize, Logan is one of the biggest high schools in the entire state.
Yeah.
So, thousands of kids there. Because you go to school like Mac or something like that, it's like 700 people. Logan had thousands of people, so you really could have all kinds of diverse crowds. That's why they've always been so good in athletics and everything like that.
Shout out to Contempo.
Because you have such a pool.
Contempo.
That's the
You have
continuation
a
school out
pool of,
Oh, okay.
because Logan is so huge. I mean, at one point, Logan, I think, had almost 5,000 kids there.
Yeah.
Which
more.
is which is bananas. Schools in Oakland rarely go over 1,000.
The size of the campus by itself.
Campus.
If you ever go up there, it's like its own little city almost.
Yeah.
The gym, the main gym is huge.
The Pacers, we crushed them one year. But
You're allowed to have one.
yeah, you got But I mean,
Shout out to Kat Bobineau,
shout out to Kat. What's
my
happening?
favorite scientist.
Yes, she's blinding me with science. Also, because you don't just do music.
Nah, I don't.
You got that's what I'm saying. Let's get into it. So you be modeling. You be
Well, I'm
tell these motherfuckers what you do.
I'm on the music side of things. I'm not only do I rap, also a writer. I even write for other people.
Yeah.
I like to give myself the nickname Captain Hooks, not Captain Hook, Captain Hooks, because if you need a hook, you need a chorus for your song.
You're right.
I got it. I can write it. I can perform it for you. Teach you how to do it. So there's that aspect. I do consultant work with other artists, try to help them get on track to get their stuff together, get them out there, and get them the exposure that they need. I'm an event coordinator, and then getting into the modeling. I do the modeling. I am officially a model with Dream Team Models.
Yeah. Shout out to Danielle.
Danielle Monique. That's my cousin.
Oh, that's the homie.
So
She's been on the show a few times.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
I got to tell her I finally made it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I model with my cousin. Also, there's a lady by the name of Kelda Music.
Oh, Kelda's,
who actually
Kelda's been on this show at least 7 to 8 times. That's
yeah,
mm-hmm.
yeah. So I got to catch up to both of them. But so
up.
Kelda kind of actually gave me my foot into the modeling game before I got the Dream Team. She has a line of Tams. I was gonna say Tams Berets.
Yeah.
So I started off just modeling with the berets, and then it went from there to her introducing me to a few designers.
Okay.
So from there, we would do the shows. I would either do the beret or a combination of the beret and whatever clothes the designers gave me. Sunglasses sometimes, hoodies, t-shirts.
Shout out to
pants.
Swag Creator.
Swag Creator, that's another one. That's another one.
Oh yeah, trust me, we know.
You basically naming everybody I work with.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
definitely shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for giving me this foothold in the game and for everything y'all taught me too.
Definitely. So 2024, we into the third month.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's International Women's Month.
Shout out to the women.
Actually, every month should be, but you know, shout out to the gods. What does 2024 have? What do you have in store for 2024?
2024, I plan on releasing a lot of music.
Okay.
I mean, a lot. I'm a member of about, I want to say like 4 different groups, just from doing collaborations with people, and I get in good relationships with them, and it gets to a point where we get tired of just making a song here and there. It's like, let's do an EP together, or let's do an album together. So, like I said, I got one coming out, EP called Motion with Nuts So Fly.
Right.
He's an artist from Richmond, real good, solid guy, dope rapper.
Okay.
He's one half of a group called Kill Committee with another artist by the name of Cletus Cassidy. So, got that coming out. Now, Cletus Cassidy and I have a group too. That's called Drip Dealers.
Okay.
So we're actually filming a video with the mechanics this month in about a week.
Okay.
So we're getting that visual together. We got an EP ready to go for that. We're just waiting on cover art and trying to get a couple visuals under our belt before we drop it. But soon after Motion drops, you're going to be seeing the Drip Dealer EP. And then I'm working on dropping the first of my solo projects, the Fluidtopia Part 1. Also working on an EP with a guy by the name of ITC, who's a very talented rapper slash videographer.
Okay.
So that should be coming this year too, but that's probably gonna be more closer to the end of the year.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna try to get the second half of the Fluidtopia project ready for next year. I plan on doing a lot more modeling. Hopefully a lot more things like this. Talking to getting on podcast interviews, kind of letting the world know who I am and what I'm doing. A lot more networking. Hopefully I can get into throwing some of my own shows too.
Okay. Oh,
so I want to.
There you go. Hey, nothing wrong. Throw your head in the ring.
I want to get into that definitely, and I love modeling, but I have my own clothing line, so I need to throw that in the mix too.
There it is. That's what's up. Because and that's dope because I think what happens, not with all of us, but and when I say us, I mean us. Y'all know what the fuck I mean. We limit ourselves to one thing, and don't get me wrong. Having your arm in multiple, being an octopus. Because
your hands in multiple.
A millionaire has 7 streams of income, minimum. I know that.
Humbly cocky.
Ask me how do I know that?
Humbly cocky. He ain't gonna tell you, but ask him anyway.
No. Some, it takes less, but at a minimum, 7. Being, because you, like you said, sacrifices, time away from family, time away from whatever. You got so many things. And some people look at that challenge of trying to, and you have interest in all these different fields, and the person who really want to get over, no, you need to concentrate on one.
That's a very limited view.
You can't do everything. And don't get me wrong, you can, but you have to be good at it.
Yeah.
Focus.
Yeah.
It takes a lot to be in all these different fields.
It does.
Could you imagine if somebody told Bo Jackson, nigga, you can only play football.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't have gotten to know the Bo that we know.
Because I ain't gonna lie to you.
Hey,
Without the injury,
Bo Jackson
he'd
is
have
a
made
hell
the Hall
of a
of Fame
hunter.
in both sports.
Yeah, most
Bo
definitely.
Jackson is a hell of a hunter as well. It's so much shit that he do that the general public
With a
don't know about.
crossbow and shit like
That's
that.
what I'm saying,
You
real
know the
shit.
hand-eye coordination you got
Hey.
to have to be able
To
to
do
do
that.
that shit.
Exactly.
Well, I
And
mean, a
physical
bow and arrow
strength.
alone, much less
Real
a
shit.
crossbow.
Real shit. But I'm saluting. I'm like, bruh, do what you do, because I'm like, that's what's up. You conquering the mountain. You doing your thing. I'm always say, continue success and blessings. What you're doing, because that's what's up. And you're not out here talking about bullshit.
I try not
That's a
to.
good thing. Yeah, I know. Some people fall into that trap, and it's dope that you don't.
I can
Keep
say
doing
it's
that.
very difficult not to.
Oh yeah, because
'Cause,
it looks it's like
It's an easy road.
it's like you got
Or
like you got all the. Oh, okay, I'm gonna go there for half a second. May I point of privilege?
Go ahead.
Okay. Just like you got these basketball bird shows and all the bullshit, and you got all these other shows everywhere. Everybody, that's the lane everybody need to be on now. They think they got to do to get on.
Reality shows, drama.
Reality shows are out there. It's a good concept, but the content is.
I know what you mean. It's kind of lacking. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
It's the
interesting to
same
see
shit.
certain
You
things about
fighting
people's
and
life,
you
but
doing-
there's other parts that I'd rather you leave out. I don't want to know how crazy or how ugly or how disrespectful this lady that I've been following like my whole life career. I don't.
I want to
some
hear
some
you,
stuff.
I want to hear you
I don't
read a
wanna know
whole
that part of your life.
paragraph, bitch.
I just want to see you as, however naive that
Sexy
sounds.
as fuck.
But I just
but
wanna
I
see
want to
you
hear
as,
you
you
read
know-
a paragraph and say like 9 words in context in a sentence. Subject
Well,
and
that
predicate.
But understandably, sometimes as consumers,
I know.
Well,
I
yeah.
already know what's pushed on you.
Yeah.
But sometimes we also gravitate to
True.
the lowest common denominator.
right.
Yeah.
This is true.
Well, it's just like in my regular field of work.
Mhm.
Let's deal with power for a minute. It's
Mhm.
electricity.
Mhm.
Electricity follows the least path of resistance to ground.
True.
That's what a lot of you niggas do.
True.
Facts.
Y'all, the
Cheers to that.
least
Only thing that
resistance.
disappoints me though in that regards is like some of these people that I understand the concept of you gotta do what you gotta do to get on, right?
Yeah.
But when I look up and you've been on basketball birds as you call it,
Yeah.
you've been on real this and that, you've
Yeah,
been
the real
baddies,
hood
you've been the
hoes
baddies of this, baddies of Wisconsin, whatever. And I look up
Real
and I
baby
look
mamas
up and
of
I
Lake Mary,
realize that
Wisconsin.
you on like your 8th year
Yeah.
of getting money. So you mean to tell me just like some of the MCs out here that's been murdering niggas since 2003,
Mhm.
you now have decades of getting money.
Yeah.
On bullshit.
So
Yeah.
you elevated. Did you ever have the intention like, oh, I'm gonna do this old shit, but I'm gonna get this bag and then I'm gonna pivot on them?
Mm-hmm.
You're like, did you ever have any good intentions? Because you've been in the Rolls Royce for years. You've been in the big house for this and that. So how you still slapping the punk bitch? You still
Nigga.
Yeah,
brawling
at some point you
at
shouldn't
the
have to slap the
reunion
punk bitch.
show?
Now they
Like,
got-
come on, like you playing because you're paid. Like
Pretty
I
much.
understand you
Pretty
do
much.
what you gotta do to get on.
Cause
Like
I'm
right now,
T-Maz.
if they tell
What's
me,
happening? Cause
if they
I'm-
tell me they finna cast me in a show tomorrow,
Mhm.
and it's gonna be 100 bands, and I'm gonna have to sock a couple niggas, and I'm gonna come out there in the Rolls Royce, I'm gonna be like, y'all know my heart. But to get this bread, I'm gonna have to compromise my
Yeah.
integrity.
Okay. Yeah.
Which, unfortunately, sometimes some people sell out.
Yeah.
But if you look up 5 years from now, in fact, I'm pulling up to the projects in my Rolls Royce to act a fool.
Yeah.
You got to say, okay, blood, You ain't doing what you gotta do to get on.
No,
or
you're not.
lady,
You're not.
you actually have low character.
You're not, and you're not
And
setting a
maybe
good
that's why
example
they,
for the people that
and
you
maybe
pulling up on
that's
either.
why they truly picked you and elevated you because they knew you had low character.
They got shows, Real Side Chicks of Alameda County and shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was
All
about
kind
to
of
watch
ratchet
Real
shit.
Side Chicks in Charlotte on
Good.
Tuesday.
See, that's what I'm talking
I was
about.
about to click on it, then I said, I don't know, this moment came on. It was about 1 in the morning. I was up and I
he's
said,
like, nigga, I'm
you
cool.
know what? I gotta have higher vibration than this.
Yeah.
And I just turned the TV off and went to sleep.
Yeah.
But I was about to watch. I had the remote bag, and I was like, man, this is wild shit right here.
That's-
I hadn't even watched one frame of it
I'd
yet. but I
rather
knew it
watch
was really
Love
small.
Island or some shit than to watch
Yeah.
that type of
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah, me too. I'd
You know
rather
what I'm
do
saying?
something.
It's like, let me watch
yeah.
I watch the challenge and shit. You know, I'm old school. MTV challenge. You know, reality
Right.
shit. I like shit like that. The competition shit.
Let me
No,
ask
I
you a
watch
question,
that.
Fear
though.
factor, stuff
Do
like
you
that.
think, though, that a lot of these people just had low character or they got corrupted by the money and the fame?
I think it's a combination of both.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, with everything with social media, you got to be the lowest of the low to, you know, and everybody's doing anything to go viral.
Pretty
To be instant
celebrity.
instant microwave popcorn success in society makes everybody gullible to the hook. You know, the industry is the fisherman.
True.
And they fishing with a hook with no bait on it. And niggas is really putting their lips on it.
True.
They trying
Well, you can say the carrot for the donkey thing too.
yeah. But the no bait on this hook because it's the rare instances where it's a win-win.
True.
It's really a win-lose. You get on for a minute for being who you be and either being somebody you not for the fame.
True.
And then it'll be, well, Pharaoh, Sean out there on 50 million shows acting the fool. You've known him since the 3rd grade. Did he give you his chocolate milk on Wednesday? No, that nigga didn't give me shit. Actually, that nigga was scared to get at bitches. I was the one that was telling him that, hey, she like you too. That's where all that shit come from.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see Mike Epps' interview?
I ain't watched it, but I
Mike
heard
Epps
about
did
it.
an interview where he said he was on
Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, and he said he was on cocaine for a lot of the movies he was on. He said
Right.
that his partners really showed him love because he'd be coming down from the coke and he crying and he depressed and niggas would be like, I love you, man. You whoop-de-whoop.
Yeah.
Showing him that love because he all fucked up on coke.
Yeah.
He's like, but when he would be not on coke and he healthy and he feeling good, the same
he
niggas would
mad.
be like, thank you better than us. So he was like,
Right.
my niggas only love me when
When
I was
I'm doing bad.
when I was
Messed up.
fucked
Yeah.
up.
And
I
that's
was
that
like,
psychological
wow.
crabs in the barrel theory.
Just about to say that.
That's wild.
that too many like, y'all ain't niggas because nigga is Nubian intelligent God gifted African, but you knuckles fall subject to that bullshit. But we gravitate to positivity naturally,
Yeah.
Mhm.
but the thrill of watching a plane crash
Right.
has overtaken our natural sense of being,
Yeah.
our true moral compass.
True.
Because society and the motherfuckers who give y'all grains of corn, and you motherfuckers go out there and do what you do for them grains of corn, have made that the priority. If you want this corn,
You gotta
shake some ass.
put
What
in
they
some
say,
work.
ass, gas,
And
or cash. No one
Nobody
rides for free. Exactly.
But,
But-
they've conditioned some people that they
See,
already
you
come
listen to
in
KD.
already surrendering
Well,
the
bro.
ass because they ain't even got to ask. So they can say, well, I didn't even ask you for it because this person already was indoctrinated to know how they got to get out.
This
so
is
they
what I
walk
got
the
to
door.
do to get on.
You didn't have to put no pressure on them.
Right.
They already put the pressure on themselves because it's already been clear that this is what you got to do.
Exactly. And so many people follow that dictation and DICK-tation. You follow that shit.
Yeah.
Peace, AJ.
Unknowingly.
But
You
a
know.
lot of them girls that's on these shows is like they really educated. They come from good.
I see smart dummies.
Like
There's smart thoughts too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think a lot of them is just putting on a show. Personally.
Oh, don't get me wrong. You got
Shout out
some
to my
that.
AKAs and my Deltas, but everybody knows who gets the
sir.
loosest on the captains.
Yeah, but
Yes,
I
sir.
mean, and then you look at like when they
Gotta
have
love the
the
Deltas.
reunion shows, and what kills me is the ones when as soon as it starts, they just charge. You know
That'd be
what I'm
that
saying? Now
bullshit,
it's
because that's what
already
sells.
That's I feel like a lot of that's scripted though.
Of
So I
course it
mean,
is.
I feel like real life, all of them. I mean, it's gonna be some cattiness. I mean, we know that, but
We already know that.
all of them women ain't gonna just get in the room
Well,
like
that's-
naturally without
Yeah,
that
that
show
was
and
my
just be
whole
going at
point.
each other like
Yeah,
that.
that was my
Well,
whole point. Like
well,
that's some retarded.
At least
shit.
I would
Like,
think. Not to that extent. Maybe a little bit.
People,
Nah, they do.
But they
you know, it's
get
not hard to
gassed
put
up.
a
Because
battery in their back.
You
they
got to
get
remember.
gassed up by all the comments. And
True.
All the back and forth. Oh, she said
And-
this and.
And
Well, they
even-
creating situations for them to do that.
Shout out to Sukiana, my favorite.
Hey,
but
Suki with the good.
Mm-hmm.
but the thing about that, you got to remember the competitiveness, because we ain't none of us young, right? So we remember old school shows like Dallas Dynasty, all that shit. When you had the women of the shows back then,
All
That-
of us slapped each other.
Yeah. and
The
the
Diane
competitiveness, yeah,
Diane
exactly, Diane Carroll. She was,
You bitch.
yeah.
The divas.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody want to emulate that. And remember, it's just like you even look at the music industry. Say you got a group of females, right? They all singing.
Mm-hmm.
The music industry is like, yeah, y'all together, but we only want. And same thing with men. So I'm not saying it's no different.
Well, like New Edition.
No Edition,
We
the groups.
We want Ralph.
R. Kelly was
The rest
in
of
a
y'all just-
fucking group.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody,
Big
Sam
Red.
Cooke, Marvin Gaye was in the group. Luther Vandross was started off as a background singer.
Mhm.
I mean, through the annals of history of entertainment, the industry have picked off and played people against each other, because ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. That's one of the rawest lines in the movie.
Yeah.
The Temptations.
Mm-hmm.
Divide and conquer is a real thing.
It is.
And when it comes to these reality shows, everybody want to be the alpha.
Mm-hmm.
True. Everybody wants to look the best on camera.
Right.
Everybody wants.
I
to
need
look
more.
the
I
best
need
of that
more
audience.
screen time. I need more screen time. I need to do what I can do for headlines, because OG told you back in the day, if you was paying attention, all press is good press.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, yeah, it is.
You know.
Because the easiest press to get is bad press. So if you need
Very
some
true.
press,
It's
then
easy.
man,
It's easy to get in
act
trouble.
the fool. I remember at one point in my era, cats was staging getting shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sympathy. Hey.
Walking to the
Sympathy.
radio station and do an interview holding their side, claiming that they just got gapped outside.
Mm.
And niggas be like, wow, it's a real nigga. And I'm sitting there like, ain't nobody standing there with a 9mm in their
Slug in you, just sitting there
an
just
inch
talking.
away from your spine doing the
And you
interview.
interviewing, yeah.
With the paramedics telling them, hold on a second, I need to tell them about my release date. Like, come on, knock it off.
Right.
Now what's the big thing? Getting arrested before
Yeah, it
your
was
album
getting
drop?
arrested. You gotta be a gang member. You doing some deviant sexual shit, or with the chicks
Or fraud, money laundering or
yeah,
something.
yeah, exactly.
Because you got to be taking pictures of the design on them jets with them designer dogs and
Yeah,
and
you
what the
gotta
girl
have
said,
money
Cubans
phones.
on Cubans.
Yeah, you got. Yeah, you know, I'm a cigar connoisseur, so yeah, you got to have all that, or else you're not.
But
real.
if you don't have these things, and you just say, "Man, it's just about the music, it's about the talent," unfortunately, there's so many people who will just simply will not hear you because you're not presenting this, and the CEO ain't OG so and so's a real nigga in his town, and
right,
like we know about, like on the Chicago thing, it's random niggas who just hung around the rapper as a kid that be shooting niggas, and niggas is really following they whole moves on social media, and they doing interviews, and I'll be like, and you go on the rap blogs like Boxton and All Hip Hop, and these niggas is doing interviews, you be like, this nigga don't even rap. He just was
The
the
sidekick.
he was the goon.
Yeah.
Why is this nigga getting fucking publicity.
Because he's next to the man. That's next to the man.
And-
That's next to the man.
And that's the thing. It's like the
Different levels of celebrity, I guess.
you know why? I'm a sniper.
Mm-hmm.
You know I'm going. You know why? You never see me. Only reason you niggas see me is because of this podcast.
Let's just keep it 100.
I keep it a buck. Ghillie suit all the time. Blend in.
Man, but let's talk about that one situation though.
Oh, with the because we was on basketball birds, huh? We going there? Yeah.
Ah.
Shout out to Drea.
Oh, yeah.
She's so gorgeous to me, boo.
Don't
Lord
get me wrong,
have
she's an
mercy.
attractive sister. But and exactly, this is the pitfalls of the world we live in today when it comes to social media and the fucking Chris Rock said it best: selective outrage.
She had a baby by a dude.
She
that's
pregnant.
the same
She ain't had it
age-
yet.
About the same age as her son.
I
My
just
friends
need-
had to call
I
my
need y'all
mother
to-
ma'am.
I need y'all to
Yeah.
I need y'all to chime in on this.
She's dating someone
And I'm
her
sorry.
son's age. That's wild.
Today
as
is
fuck to me.
International Women's Day. I'm sorry, and y'all don't come at me like this motherfucker going in on bitches. No, I seen the shit a while ago, and it's been a minute since we didn't just went in on current events and what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And since we was just like, fuck it, let's go there. I'm like, fuck it, let's go there. So I'm just saying, for y'all that don't know, and you know, I don't do the celebrity Kool-Aid shit, but I'm a realist. Let's keep this
Candace
shit.
Kugler is asking, is that fluid?
It is
Yes.
fluid. What's up with you?
So let's just, for the people that don't know, there's a woman
Peace to Candace.
What up, Candace?
who was pregnant, older sister. I mean, she ain't even 40 yet. She's 39.
Mm-hmm.
39.
But she's pregnant by an NBA basketball player in the league who's the same
What's
age
up, John John?
as her oldest kid.
So wait, before that though.
Go for it.
So she was on Basketball Wives
Mhm.
because she was
side
formerly
chick.
married to a basketball. Oh, she was a
No,
side
she was a side chick. She was a side
To
chick.
who?
A few people allegedly.
Oh wow.
It was I remember Basketball Birds started because Shaq's wife was trying to expose all the side dealings. That's how that show started. And when Shaq found out what it was going on, he's like, "You ain't having my kids on the show and whatnot." That's what I remember from. That's way back. And they've been separated and whatnot eons ago. So that's how that shit started. Motherfuckers was trying to expose these motherfuckers for doing what they do.
You gotta admit, Shawnee O'Neal was a
That is
cold
the-
player. She gathered these chicks up like, oh, we're gonna do this show and elevate your brand, and then was like, bitch, I know you was fucking my husband. That was
Set
a
up.
cold
Shut
setup.
up.
Set up.
But it actually
But-
ended up being successful and it branched off, and now it's damn near
'Cause
10
people like
seasons
ratchet.
of that shit.
That's more than
People
10.
love ratchet.
Yeah, but that's that bullshit. But but exactly. But I just need y'all to chime in because I'm and I need y'all opinion on this because don't get me wrong, players. I was young dealing with older women. You know, I was 17 with a 29-year-old. 17 turning 18. I was in college and she was 27. Excuse me, 27. 27. But it wasn't no relationship. I just was fucking. I keeping it a buck. And she met my mom.
Well, one of the first things Drea got famous for was she got arrested for child endangerment with her first son, and she had got exposed on a lot of blogs that they had back then because everybody was like, who is this Drea chick? Why should anybody
She's a
care? And
beautiful
everybody was
woman,
saying
don't get
that
me wrong, but
athletes was making it a point. Like
pull
all the
her.
athlete wives hated her because people was always making it a point to come to the strip club, drop thousands on her, drop thousands on like Black China. That's when they names first started bubbling,
Yeah.
and then Drea got arrested because she left her son unattended for some days while she went off on a trip with somebody's husband.
I hate that.
But I'm just saying though, but that was her first.
That bullshit.
If they deserve it.
So if she rehabilitated her image, she ended up getting married to the dude played for the Cowboys. She rehabilitated her image, and a lot of people saw her and was like, "Wow, she's so beautiful." And sometimes when people are really beautiful, they get a pass. But people should never forget that her first exposure nationwide was really being a low-down ratchet chick. But then when people saw her face, and then when she got a little media training and she got married, a lot of people was like, "Oh, Drea." But
like she reformed, she redeemed herself.
So despite looking like an angel, this and that, she's been very low vibrational from the start. But she gets a pass because, she's gotten a pass because she's truly a very beautiful woman. So sometimes when you're beautiful and you smile, people think, "Oh, you've been judged too harshly," and this and that. And then you do some more shit to be like, "You know what? This bitch Ben ain't shit."
Yeah, exactly.
What the coach said, we are who we thought we were. That's some.
Yeah, what was the brother said?
What does that mean?
Dennis Green. But so here's my thing, and once again, beautiful sister, very attractive. I'm not going.
Yeah, we agree she is good.
But when do we call shit what it is? And once again,
that's the thing. We be polite. And that's what allows the grifters to
operate. Then we start now.
Because here's the thing, and once again, I just keeping it a buck. If the roles were reversed,
it'd be a shitstorm.
You motherfuckers would be all in front of the motherfucker house, emailing the companies, any company that did business with the man where this was the reverse role.
Yeah, they would cancel you.
Any of y'all disagree, let Angel Reese pop out pregnant by LeBron James. I promise you.
Oh, shoot. Talk to Jonathan Majors.
That man,
talk to Jonathan
LeBron
Majors.
will turn 80 years old and people will still say LeBron James best remembered for the scandal with Angel Reese.
And don't get me wrong, I get consenting adults. I get that. I understand. Trust me, I get it.
But you also don't support fuckery.
Nah. I can't do the bullshit. So I just want to know, where's the outrage? Where is the what the fucks?
It's never gonna be like remember that girl was running around a few months ago trying to ruin Zion Williamson?
Yeah.
The Mariah and the porn chick.
All on the
thing, and people.
I remember that.
And I remember people were saying the antics that she was doing on Twitter, the video she was putting up. If the roles were reversed, he would have got arrested for revenge porn.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? He would have got prosecuted if he would have been doing the same shit to her that she was doing to him.
So I just need y'all's opinion on this scenario. No, like I said, if I was to get a hall pass, she my age. She close to my
right.
She's a little bit younger than me, but shit, it's within reason. So
she'll be saying, "Where your son at?"
Exactly. Actually, she would.
Yeah.
I mean, the proof is in the pudding.
One of my sons is older than her dude. One of them is younger. So I'd be like, "Damn, son, tell me how it was." No.
No. The bottom line is that we live in such a society now that if you call out something that contributes to the moral decay or the downfall, you can easily be dismissed as a hater.
Yeah.
Or you could be, or people will say that, like, one of my favorite sayings that I love to see people misquote when they try to get with the Caesar Borgia, they try to get biblical. Only God can judge me.
Bullshit.
No, that's out of context. It says, "Judge not lest ye be judged."
Yeah.
Meaning, you can't judge people and be a hypocrite. But if you hold yourself to a moral standard, then yes, you can judge. If you are doing the right thing, you can say to this person, "What you're doing is not right. What you're doing is not morally correct."
True.
So you take it out of context. But that's the thing. We just had too many hypocrites. But if you are living morally correct and you see some fuck shit going on over there, or you see something inappropriate, you have actually a duty if you truly care about community, care about family. Like, we get that lip service that I'm for the people. Well, part of being for the people is if somebody over there engaging in some bullshit, you say, hey, that's not
bullshit.
right.
That part.
And so, but like I said, people think, oh, you ain't supposed to judge, or I don't want to hate. Well, deviants and grifters are able to flourish and thrive due to the fact that they can hide in the margins and no one will have the testicular fortitude to call them out when they're wrong.
Right.
True.
That's how you got the hoteps and stuff like that exploit.
Get off us enlightened people.
Hey, I'm just saying. No, when I say hoteps, I'm being funny because an actual enlightened person is a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
But the way that lane is set up is that so many slickers
and
can
gravitate
gravitate to it, give platitudes, say some things, razzle dazzle, and then run off with the money and misguide the people.
Grand Rising.
I think we live in a society now where there's a whole lot less accountability for the things that you do.
Yes.
And nobody, all of that stuff that people say, like, don't judge me, this, that, and the other, only God can judge me, is because you don't want to take accountability for the bullshit that you did.
Right.
You don't want nobody to call you out. Everybody, it's kind of like a person who, I don't know, let's take a supervisor at your job or something. They disciplining the hell out of everybody, but they don't want to never look like the bad guy. That's your job. You got to be.
Yeah.
So, own
They're
that.
coming in late, they're leaving at lunch,
Own
having
that.
cocktails.
Do what you got to do with it, but that's your job. You can't be over here and still be the good guy. That's not the role you play. You got to keep it real.
But here's
And don't be a hypocrite.
I agree with you and disagree. Like, two things could be right at the same time. I agree with you on what you just said, but then on the other hand, looking at the picture of her son being his age, he looks like a baby. He is a baby.
True.
Let's be 100. She knew what the hell she was doing. Clearly,
Yeah,
right?
she did.
You got this man is pregnant by you, right? So, I mean, it could have happened the first time. I highly doubt it. But I just feel like she's in a lane where she's just like, well, he got money, he in the league, and it's accepted, right? Because I guess what I'm trying to say is nowadays people don't hold people accountable, but at the same time, if you can fit this mold and fall into this one like bullshit lane, then it's like, okay, well, they popping because they did, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, she got it out the mud. Like, come on, bruh, the dude's 22 years old. Like, you think he's gonna stick with your ass when you're 50 and he's 30 in his prime? Hell no.
Oh, she taxed him for them child support checks.
Well,
Hey,
unfortunately, I'll say this.
morally.
I'm probably gonna get attacked for this.
Speaking truth.
I got your
I
back.
really don't care though. Obviously, being in the industry, you know, I've been around women who are on the younger side of things. I've also been around the ones who were on the older side of things. Now I've been around decent, respectful ones that were lower in age. I've been around decent, respectful ones that's upper in age. I've been around thoughts and bops
Yeah,
that
both
are
sides.
young and old too.
Right.
What you said about the older chick and about somebody older, and like basically like knowing what they're doing with a younger person.
Yeah.
Like, I've watched certain women in the circles that I've been around, especially the older ones. A lot of them seem to have this mentality that it's like, even though they're up in age, it's like, I still got time to get the baller. No, you don't. No, you don't.
I mean, you got time to get knocked down by the baller.
And
You're not
honestly,
getting flew out,
honestly,
though.
if you meet a baller at the part where you at, okay, maybe you're a model, whatever, you older, okay, you still look good for now, but this little young whoop can come and take your place. If you ask between the two of y'all, between the celebrity dude that y'all trying to get, which one you think he gonna pick? He might bang you, the older one, but the one he gonna keep around and fly out and do extra shit for, it's gonna be the new young upcoming bad body, ain't never had no kids, all that.
Right.
Not always, but
I'm a.
And plus, a lot of you chicks that think you look good, you look good for a regular level. You don't look good for entertainment
The
level.
nigga stayed where he keep his PlayStation at.
When
this is true.
If you're $1 million
This is
nigga,
true.
you keep your
This
PlayStation.
is true.
Right?
Okay, this is true. I cheers that.
Keep that. Yeah,
I mean, it's just what he's saying though.
No, I get
The
what you're
reality
saying,
of the likelihood is, if you got $60 million in the bank, you go into these parties where a chick who's 50 is gonna be the chick who's 50 in the party. Ain't no knock on it, but I'm just saying, like,
old dudes.
And you got 60 21-year-olds, and you got $60 million in your pocket.
I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah.
I mean,
If you
but
50-year-old chick,
now-
you better be bringing
now-
2-3 to the bed with you.
Okay, but I'm saying 50 and you on what she's on. It's not you 50 and you a scientist. Not you 50 and you just came up with a cure for something, or you're a news anchor.
Thank you.
Or
Because I was gonna say
like
that.
Abby Phillips or something.
True.
You know
I was
what I
gonna
mean?
say the peace.
But I'm just saying
True.
she's a youngster. But anyway,
Right.
one of my favorites. But anyway,
The peace part come
but I'm
in.
just saying she don't have no accomplishments. Your accomplishments is using your beauty and your looks to get money. And what happens when it all falls down?
For free.
Well, see, and that's a whole nother thing I could have touched on what I said, but I ain't gonna even.
That's why a lot of these chicks
That's another
get-
2-3 podcasts.
That's why a lot of these chicks, when they get into the late 40s, they become basically madams.
Yeah, that part.
Because
They gonna broker the young chicks.
yeah.
Pretty much.
Because I mean, I'm
Mentor.
I mean, just for myself, I'm looking at this situation, and as a male, born male, dick work, all that, we grow up in an era where we applaud this shit. Don't get me wrong. On the nigga, that's my nigga. You doing your shit. You get that bitch. Yeah, woo. We do that. Then when the roles is reversed, we're the fucking villain.
Yeah.
You niggas out there creeping, because I remember when I was in high school, older niggas picking up chicks in high school and junior high.
I remember that too.
Niggas that wasn't even going to the school. And they box shelves and all
Pull
that
up
shit.
in their little ride.
Yeah,
And
like, nigga,
little hot mama over here
All
in the
that.
class
He
underneath
wasn't going
me
to the
finna
school. That nigga hadn't been in the school for
Shit,
10
man.
years.
but,
what is y'all doing?
and then I just look at the way, and I get the double-edged sword of life with some shit, but this selective outrage is the continued death of us.
Oh,
Our
most
progress.
definitely.
The double
I think that was
standard.
the point of the whole going there.
Because if you want equal rights, you can get equal lefts, and I'm not talking about physical violence.
Equal
I mean,
uppercuts.
I'm not even talking about physical violence. I just
Neither am
mean, yeah, I know, but I just because we got people out there.
Got
Who,
you.
this goes to the universe.
And it's in a
So,
non-physical
smart people watch this,
Not this.
and dumb people watch this. So we gotta break this shit down to them, like, how grandma used to make oatmeal and the cheese toast underneath in the drawer that go under the fucking oven. Yeah, y'all thought that's where y'all put pots at. No, that's where you make the cheese toast.
You make that good. She make that good garlic bread.
Exactly, but we've been misled to glorify shit that, on one end, glorify it from this angle
And ignore it.
and
on another.
ostracize it on the other angle, because I'll just use this man's name for right now. The same way they own R. Kelly, same way they was at Russell, the same way. And I'm not saying nothing these niggas accused of or did is right. I am not. So let me very much be clear with that. I'm not co-signing nothing these fuck niggas did.
Yeah.
I am not. But call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
Call shit what it is even.
Yeah.
You hoes that's, Trey, a high five. You bitches, if it was your son, you be mad as fuck.
Yeah, you would.
That's all.
You co-signing on that shit.
The same motherfuckers that would be, this some bullshit. Have that same energy when it's your son. Go on, girl.
Oh, they
Have
won't,
that
though.
shit when it's your nephew, your little cousin. That keep that same fucking energy. Don't be the, oh girl, fuck that nigga, let's go do some shit. You like my voice? Anytime you know, all that shit, y'all be just the super bullshit ratchet. We gonna fuck our way to the top, and
City girl ass shit.
please stop that shit. Don't get me wrong. We'll watch it. Don't get me wrong. Tits and ass will always rule because I got eyes. I'm not blind. Oh my God, a blind motherfucker. Oh my God, I'm sorry.
Tits and ass are awesome.
They're awesome, great. And I ain't got to touch. I can see it. That's good. I'm good.
As long as they don't get you caught up.
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
I'm a fan.
I see it and it's like, hey, what's happening? Ooh, nice.
Tits and ass are
I'm
great.
good. I don't have those issues or problems. You know, but
I support female anatomy completely.
when I was young, we had the strip club supporting single mothers, $1 at a time.
Hey, no, you're probably.
I'm a
you're
player,
probably
not a
really
fan.
were. You're
I was
probably
helping
really.
pay. I was helping pay tuition. I was doing good.
I'm cool. I ain't doing none of that. But I'm just appalled by the lack of outrage. But everybody is, and don't get me wrong, the same with the men. Like this Harvey Weinstein shit. All the what's the other motherfucker? The list we waiting on. Epstein.
Oh,
that list. All that shit. All the you got the organization with the rodent with the ears. They got spots all over. They shit been sexing they productions forever. Mm-hmm. All these shits that need to be called out. I've been like, call that shit out. Call it what it is. But don't just be so gung ho when it's a nigga.
Yeah.
A male.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Fair is fair.
Well, just don't be gung ho on one person. Period. Attack all the evil.
Call that shit
Go after
out.
all of it.
Right. You niggas with the selective outrage, kill me with your bullshit. But before we leave, look at me. Did we get on them hoes next for a minute?
Man, we
I called y'all hoes. I'm sorry. Them
spades.
Yeah.
Spades.
Them
Well, if you're not a hoe, you won't be offended, right?
Yeah.
So if you are a hoe, then
it ain't what they call you.
Let it fly.
It ain't what they call you. It's what you answer to.
So, cheers,
You get
hoes.
that at 3 a.m.
Cheers to the hoes. Cheers to the great women out there.
Another great thing, and let's just go into it half a sec. It was a boxing match today. Well, excuse me. No, can I rephrase it?
It was a slaughter.
There was a
beatdown
execution today.
Man,
Shout out to Anthony Joshua.
I feel bad for the other boy though, cause man, he was set up for failure.
That motherfucker was down. It was like, is that nigga breathing? Is you good?
Man, the way he folded, I was like,
I feel like playing Boys in the Hood. You want to see a dead body?
I hope they gave him retirement money, because that was pretty much retirement, because I don't think that he should be punched in the head again after that. That was like the equivalent of getting thrown through a windshield in a car wreck. You only got a couple more left for you after that.
Yeah, that shit
That's like that. That's that one trick that you can't really keep repeating.
That was vicious.
They talk about CTE and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
That man got instant CTE.
That motherfucker got CTE, EBT, BET, OPP. Don't fuck with me.
Pretty much.
I mean, normally
he was knocked the fuck OUT.
He got all of it. Because see, normally in the big fights, you see the other dude get kind of rocked, and then the ref come in, stop, and the other dude like, no. You rarely see a dude.
He wasn't even all the way down. Ref was like, this nigga sleep, nigga.
I mean, it was a waste of time to count.
Ref was like, 1, 2, nah, no need, 1,000.
I mean, just think of boxing. You see dudes get knocked down and they kind of get hurt, and somebody says, "No, that's it. Stop." You rarely see a man straight 100% like, "Oh, dude's
his whole body went limp."
Like this man, like he might use the bathroom on himself because he is completely uncontrol of his body.
So you had that, and then I want to shout out to Town Biz, Devin Haney. He's supposed to fight Garcia. And there's some bullshit going on with that.
Garcia the wig on that.
Shout out
Devin
to
Haney got
Garcia
so shook he the wig on that. Y'all did I mean?
I don't know what I want to do. But yeah,
They shouldn't be having that fight in fucking Brooklyn though. I know this much because when they announced it, I immediately was going to the MGM Grand to try to get my tickets, and somebody said, "No, the shit in Brooklyn." I'm like, "Why the fuck would you have?"
You finna go to the Barclays?
Garcia. Why the fuck would you have Garcia and fucking Devin Haney, who just sold out the arena over in Frisco?
Yes, sir.
Why would you take them across America? Put the shit in Vegas.
Because you already know.
Let's say everybody make a weekend out of it.
instead of 5
And
days.
that's where that ain't where Garcia is from. I mean, I know he's not from.
No.
Don't you? I don't know, but you know, after the way Tank whooped on him, Garcia, I know he's got 1 million followers on the gram. I know he's very popular for a boxer.
He's
But in
talented,
reality, when it comes to
lose.
guys like Tank, when it comes to guys like Devin Haney, he's the other dude.
Mm-hmm.
So you put the fight where the main dudes peoples is gonna come to, either
Right.
the Bay Area, LA, or Vegas.
Oh, Garcia from Cali.
Okay, so
Hey,
he
yeah.
from Cali.
Mark Anthony, my guy.
Devin Haney got roots in the town, grew up in Vegas,
Yeah.
but his family is very, very anchored
Town
here.
business. East
Why are
Oakland,
they
all
fighting in
day.
fucking Brooklyn?
Because
That didn't make any sense. Hell, Tank from Baltimore and be selling out arenas in Baltimore and Dallas and Washington
DMV.
D.C.
Yeah,
But when it
DMV.
came time for them to fight, they brought that shit to Vegas,
Mhm.
and I was in the nosebleed, but I was in there.
he was there. So boxing is. I mean,
Bring Errol Spence back. That's all I want to see.
I need Arrow to be healthy. That's a whole nother story.
Wherever Errol next fight is, I'm gonna be there, man. If it's in
I'm
Dallas.
with you.
Now, if Errol was fighting in
I'm with
Brooklyn, I'd go.
I'm with you.
Mm.
I fucks with Arrow.
He's a boy from Beverly Hills.
So
Is he?
Yeah.
yeah,
Man,
that's
you
it.
must be tough as fuck if you came from Beverly Hills to fight
Hell yeah.
because the things you got to do to be successful and the drive that you got to have in boxing, usually people that come from comfortable environments,
Mhm.
it's not conducive to
Yeah.
push to that
Sure.
next level. Not
Maybe
saying
that's where
that,
he
if you're in
lives.
Beverly Hills, you're a punk, but I'm just saying, though,
No.
is that your temperament, your demeanor, and your willingness to push a little further, if you grew up on Seminary as opposed to grew up on Rodeo Drive, it's going to be a little different.
You gotta
You know?
want to elbow a nigga for the cheese sandwich.
Yeah, don't quote me on that. That was one source.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
That
I'm
may
like,
be where
wow.
he lives now.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
it may be
Yeah.
where he lives
I
now.
don't
It
know.
just says it's Google where he's from.
I seen him in his fight. I didn't get no hit of Beverly Hills, but hey, man. I mean, Jake Paul is rich as fuck, and he out there.
Bingo. Oh, that's what we
Yeah, he finna fight Mike
Yeah.
Tyson.
Jake Paul.
No.
What?
Yeah,
This-
Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, July 20th.
Dope.
I'm actually
So,
going.
Is this?
It's gonna be in
Yes.
It's
It's
on my
signed.
birthday.
it's gonna be in Dallas.
Exhibition. Dallas.
Yeah,
So,
so
Jake
I'm
Paul is
going.
done.
I was
It's
thinking
at the
about
Cowboy
going,
Stadium.
but I don't know, because here's the thing I will say
Tyson might bite
on that real quick.
that.
Are we?
You remember
serious?
Here and
Really?
think about
Yeah, Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul.
here's
wow.
some
Yeah.
3 in the morning shit for you. Here's some 3 in the morning shit for you.
I'm in there.
I'm about to give you some trigonometry. When Tyson had his exhibition fight against Roy,
Mm-hmm.
who was on the undercard,
Jake Paul.
first fight,
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Tyson said, "I started you, now I'm gonna end you."
Mm-hmm. That boy, damn near 30 years younger and active. Tyson finna get embarrassed.
Here's,
But, how does
but
he
we've
keep
seen,
mouthpiecing his way into these fights, though.
but
Because he can bring 1 million pay-per-views.
because it's the coulda, woulda,
Followers.
shoulda. It's the because remember with boxing, there is no great white hope,
Mm-hmm.
no great non-melanated hope.
Mm-hmm.
In MMA, they thought they had Conor McGregor, but he got
Floyd toyed
bastard.
with him. Floyd could have
But-
finished him in the 4th, and he eased up to carry it a few more rounds. Floyd let that boy survive to like the 9th round.
And I see this double-edged sword. I see both sides where I'm like, Tyson is dangerous because I've seen some of his recent training videos and shit. Tyson, I wouldn't fight Tyson with a guarantee purse because I might not be in full capacity to enjoy the spoils. Don't get me wrong, my kids can have it, so I can.
He said it. I don't got to.
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, man, I'm a vegetable, but hey, I did that for you. Before I go, I'd be like, nigga, it was all for you.
Well, I mean, bruh, like Jake Paul, you know, he younger. He could probably
motherfucker.
move. He could probably move, and but the thing is with Tyson, it just takes that one time for you to slip and be close enough for him to
What'd
get
he
that
say?
one off, and you're done.
Everybody got a plan till they get hit in the mouth.
And if he get more than one of those on you, he won.
I hate to say this. I love the boy Tyson
I
to
get it.
death. But if anybody ever has truly ever studied boxing and really knows boxing, then you would know that Mike Tyson is probably also one of the most fraudulent champions ever. They literally, in the 80s and the 90s, they literally dodged any person that would actually fight him back. So Mike Tyson, that's how he managed to go through. Like, every dude that he beat for the title, Trevor Berbick, Bone Crusher Smith, all those guys, Larry Holmes had already beat those guys. They weren't that good. Then the guys he defended against, like Tony Tubbs and Frank Bruno and all those guys, Tim Witherspoon had already beat them. And they wouldn't match him ever with Tim Witherspoon. They actually was dodging Buster Douglas till he showed up in a couple fights out of shape, and they anticipated him coming in out of shape. They dodged Holyfield. They brought in guys like Razor Ruddock, and they pumped him up. But Razor Ruddock, only actual win was over a fighter named Michael Dokes that they literally brought out of rehab. They brought Dokes out of rehab. Like, Dokes was in rehab for cocaine addiction. They brought him from the rehab facility to the fight. That was the only win that Razor Ruddock had, and that's how Mike Tyson actually went through the 90s without ever fighting Riddick Bowe, Mercer, Morrison, or Foreman. Tyson was a product. Don't get me wrong, Tyson was a phenomenal talent with the speed, the power, and everything like that, but they managed to creatively, because Don King controlled the game. He creatively matched that boy all through the 80s and the 90s with dudes who were going to fold. Anybody who showed any inkling that they might fight back, even if Tyson had the advantage, like, well, even the dude fight back. This is Mike Tyson. He punched like crazy. They would build up
Tyson
someone
can
else as a contender and bring them in there.
With the win from a mist of a powerful uppercut.
I say all that to say, though, is that 90% of the dudes that he fought with them impressive knockouts
were fair.
They folded. They were already folded. Like, you ever see Rocky 3?
Yeah.
And they say, them was
flash knockouts.
Them was niggas that was brought in to win. They wasn't killers. You should have been, we had to protect you. A lot of the dudes that Mike Tyson fought, they honestly was already beat in the locker room.
But what I will say is, what I give him credit for, what's wrong with boxing today is that there needs to be another class, a weight class. Tyson was 5'9", dude. Tyson was the same size as me. He was fighting dudes 6'3", 6'4", 6'5",
and putting them on the
which clearly, that's not fair, bro. How can every other weight class have a 5-pound difference, and then you got 200 and above?
Well, I mean, a guy like Tyson,
crazy,
Tyson was trained by Cus D'Amato, who actually trained Floyd Patterson.
There's no way I would stand a chance against Lennox Lewis at 6'5". There's no way. He can literally just fall on me against the turnbuckle, and I'm going to be out of breath.
Lennox Lewis wasn't popular, so he don't get the recognition, but Lennox Lewis was a once-in-a-lifetime talent. Once you take Lennox Lewis out the mix, the other dudes that are 6'5", they ain't Lennox Lewis. And they look across the ring, and they see a Mike Tyson who's coming in off a 28 knockout win streak, and they already... Like, go back and look on YouTube and watch Michael Spinks and them going into the ring against Tyson. They walking in like...
And Tyson just looking at him
put you like this. They don't even look like they going in to fight a man. Looks like the firing squad is waiting. That's how niggas is looking going into the ring.
Yeah, I remember the fight. Who was it? Whoever it was.
Bruce Seldon. Remember him?
It took too long to get to the ring, and Tyson was pissed and punched a hole in the dressing room.
Trevor Berbick.
Yeah.
And he murdered Trevor Berbick.
Yeah.
Like, Trevor Berbick ended up getting beheaded by his own nephew, but he was already dead before then because Tyson killed him that night. But I'm just saying, though, Berbick, he killed Berbick. Like, remember he knocked Berbick down when Berbick got up, fell? The man dropped 3. So Tyson was a once-in-a-lifetime talent. There's never been a man with that level of speed and power like that. But they also carefully matched him too.
But I think you could say that with a lot of them great
Well,
fighters.
yeah, and I'm not saying that to say Tyson was shook, because we can already see from Tyson's demeanor, he would have took on anybody. Yeah. But I'm saying, though, his management, though, made sure
to carefully with the shit you said.
Well, that's a talent, too, though. Yeah. You do have to
Hey, Mark Anthony said that beheaded line was cold.
Yeah. I mean, shout out to Trevor Berbick. I mean, you know, his own nephew cut his head off. Because, you know, he got deported to Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
And you know,
really
Jamaica,
cut his head off.
and you know, Jamaica,
that
they
was
run
real,
around
yeah.
with machetes and shit like that.
Yeah.
So he got into a family argument with his nephew, went to the house, nephew came to his house and literally cut that nigga's head off.
What the
Cool
fuck?
shit.
I mean, rest
So-
in peace, though.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Wow.
Damn.
Damn.
I mean, I'm not trying to laugh at a
No, I
nigga
know
that got
you ain't.
beheaded.
Nah,
Rest in peace.
cheers to bro. God damn.
Rest in peace.
Wow.
And your own fam did it too. That's what's even extra cold.
But
The
so
nigga was 56-5, so I mean, he couldn't have just been that weak.
he
Trevor
wasn't.
Burbick?
Yeah.
No, the reason why I say the thing, like Trevor Burbick was one of them dudes, he had a good name, but people have to remember, people blame Larry Holmes for Ali getting Parkinson, but people forget that after Larry Holmes, 2 years later, Ali came back and he fought Trevor Burbick in the Bahamas. And that's because nobody in the United States would license Ali because he couldn't pass the test.
Yeah.
And to make the bettors feel more comfortable, they put Ali on weight loss drugs to get his weight down, and they dyed his hair for the poster. So they had Ali on the poster looking slim with dyed hair. So, of course, people bet on Ali, but Ali actually couldn't move. Trevor Burbick beat him pretty bad, and that's when his Parkinson's accelerated. A lot of people don't even realize because the fight they wouldn't even broadcast the fight in America. Like, we're not even, ABC, we're not even going to show Ali getting beat. But that's how long Trevor Burbick had been around. Then after that, he had already lost to Larry Holmes, and he had lost to Tim Witherspoon. But he was a tough-looking guy, and he came to fight, so they built him up. But then Tyson damn near. Like you said, he played that game in the locker room, so this man knows his history, too.
I know my shit.
Okay, because he made Tyson wait
And
to
that
come out.
pissed
Tyson
him
got
off.
pissed off, and Tyson went out there and hurt that dude.
Put paws on him. Hey, in a little scrappy voice. Put them paws on him.
Any of y'all ever see the video of Larry Holmes running across the top of a limousine and drop kicking? That was Trevor Burbick that he was drop kicking up. Because Trevor Burbick was challenging Larry Holmes to a fight, and then said, Larry Holmes should give me a fight because I know he's been fucking my wife, so the least he can do is give me a fight. And he said that in front of Larry Holmes' wife.
That's we can go on.
The
and
boxing
on, but I
world
don't
is
wanna go
wild,
on.
man, when you really go behind the
Shit
scenes.
wild.
Oh,
But-
one last thing about the boxing world. You see your boy Adrian Broner? You see Adrian Broner?
I haven't watched it, but I know him and Haney's pops been back and forth.
He named about 8 dudes. You know, there's a female champion, Alicia Baumgartner. And everybody's like, she's very beautiful for a boxer, so she's very popular. Adrian Broner got on Facebook Live or Instagram Live and started talking about, man, fuck her, man, so-and-so fucked her, and he named about 7, 8 dudes that fucked her and then said to her current husband, and you wifed the bitch.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
I didn't know about
Yeah.
that
know
either.
about
Yeah, he's
that.
on Instagram Live naming hella dudes that she fucked. At least allegedly.
Hey, Broner, I just, that's not a good look, player. I'm keeping it real PI.
Man.
That's not a good look. We don't let her be great. If she did or whatever, that's her business. That's the problem with niggas nowadays.
Well, he got mad because she was in the video with Bill Haney, Devin Haney's father.
But still, though, I'm just saying,
Getting some pointers,
niggas.
so he got mad about that.
And I've been a fan of Broner AB when he was Micro Mayweather back in the day.
Because he seemed like he was repping for
He
us.
was the next. Yeah. That. Come on, bruh. And I ain't dissing you or nothing. So don't. It ain't like you gonna see this shit anything or whatever. Anyway, I don't give a fuck if you do. But just come on, bruh. That ain't a good look.
He's a prime example of, we gave him credit for being a player because he seemed like he was from the
That
soil.
nigga
He talked
talented.
like
That
us.
brother got talent.
And this and that, and he was out there. He was like a more hood version of Mayweather.
Yeah.
And so a lot of us supported him, but at the end of the day, man, money can't unlame a lame. And what he did was some lame shit. The most I wanted to be was like, hey, I know she ain't talking.
I wouldn't say
You know,
shit.
like, hey, bitch, you know I can end you if I want to. So
But
go on somewhere. I ain't finna get it to you.
You don't even lead the conversation.
Nah,
Because the
just-
problem is with you and Bill.
Right.
You know?
It's just like, okay.
he brought her into it. He's
in the
looking
picture.
back,
She ain't got nothing to do with it. So we don't.
and that's
Ain't
super,
no strays.
that's super bad PR. Cause now,
He looking
now you going off on a woman.
Right. Because now you looking less than. We always gonna keep it PI, bro. So like I said, this ain't no diss. I'm just telling you.
So you don't go off on don't go off on the protected groups.
It's not a
Yeah,
good
just
look.
be like, man, you
Yeah,
know, like
keep it
plus,
PI.
man, you 2-3 weight world champion, you tough guy, you from the hood and cleanness, and that you should be like, man,
just fight.
fuck what she talking
Fight-
about.
fight Haney
Tell her
after-
dude to come see me.
After Haney handle Garcia, put your ass in the
But that's the
ring.
thing, he was trying to step in for Garcia, so that's why he started dissing.
I know.
You know,
I know the
Right.
That ain't the way, though.
industry.
yeah.
Anyway,
That ain't how you do it.
that ain't how you do it.
Fuck around and make
So-
real niggas be like, I ain't fucking with dude.
Pretty much.
All right, for real. But we're gonna bring this shit back full circle. We done had a nice night tonight. My brother Fluid, I appreciate you tonight coming, being here, telling everybody about yourself, where you from, your music. You want to shout anybody out before you let people know where they can find you at on all social media platforms?
Well, shout y'all out first of all for having me. Appreciate y'all both.
Definitely.
My boy Camouflage here too.
Mm-hmm.
School, mate. We both went to Logan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, make sure y'all know that. Appreciate all three of y'all for having me. Shout out to Cuzzo, Danielle Monique,
Yeah. Shout out to Daniel
Dream
Monique.
Team.
Dream Team.
Mechanic, CMT, G Stack, Richie Famous, Not So Fly, Kill Committee, Cletus Cassidy. Shout out to Tiki, Bino Baby the Boss Queen,
Oh yeah,
ITC.
Bino been on here, yeah.
Yeah, Kiki Latrice.
Kiki Latrice.
Have we had
Thanks for
Nene, have
giving
we had Nene Hart yet?
No, I've been.
Nene Hart, we looking for you.
Let me reach out. Let me
All right,
get
Nene,
Nene
you got to
on
get on here because if I made it here, you ain't been on here yet. Y'all know
Yeah,
you
I
gotta
follow
get
her.
on here.
I'm yeah. So I'm about doing it. Oh, hold on. One sec. My guy Whiteout. What's up, bro? What it do? To my guy Whiteout. I was just on Mad Mondays Monday. I was a guest on their podcast. Y'all make sure y'all check out Whiteout and DJ Igor Beats. They
Yes,
on
sir.
Twitch.
Shout out to
Bay
Igor.
Loft
That's my
Radio.
guy.
That's my guy. Exactly. I was just on their show Monday.
Bay Life.
Yeah, Bay Life Radio was good. Oh, you late but always on time? Hey, man, hey, that's what's up, bro. You already know what it is. But go ahead. So,
But it's a long list of people that I could probably name. I'm gonna just say like this: if I've collaborated with you, if you've collaborated with me, if you believe in my vision, believe in my music, if you supported me, if you're a fan, if you're a friend, if you're a colleague, I'm shouting you out.
tap in. Tell them where they can find you at on all social media.
Y'all can find me on Instagram at Fluid001. Spotify is Fluid001. Apple Music is just Fluid. SoundCloud Fluid001. Twitter Fluid001. And pretty much any major streaming media outlet where you can find music, you type my name, you'll find me.
Okay. I got one quick question for you before I let y'all do y'all thing. Besides music and other things, have you thought about acting?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
I definitely have. And I do want to get into that.
Okay. Because I just thought about it. I was like, oh, let's touch it to the. Because, we do what we do.
Exactly. I'd love to collaborate with you, sir.
Man, let's make something happen, man. 'Cause that's what I'm all about.
I
Collaboration and
I
networking.
particularly like the superhero genre.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we got something cooking.
We always
It's
cook.
gonna be epic.
Yeah. Like my apron say, all this and I can cook.
Just let me fly once.
Hey, come on down. You see the green screen over there.
Yeah, we got it.
You see the green
Just let me
screen.
fly once.
That's what's
Off
up.
camera over there, we got the green screen. Because you know what? We don't just make hood movies, man. We put a little
do it
science
all.
fiction there. We'll bring a vampire, a zombie, and a superhero fuck around.
Oh,
the
shit,
show
and I
up.
like my vampire stuff too. I already got the teeth at the house. We
Let's make it crack, man.
got the theatrical ones too.
Definitely. Fly, tell them where they can find you.
Yo, you can find me on social media, Instagram, Camouflage. That's KAMMFLAGE, and on YouTube, Camouflage DJack. That's where some of my music is at. My last album. I got a new album dropping next month. Working on a release date now. It's gonna be nice. I cannot wait. Got Fab on there. Got Jay Stalin on there. Got a few other people, man. I'm gonna keep it a secret. I'm gonna keep it a secret. It's just now simmering.
Mm-hmm.
So when it starts boiling, I'm gonna give y'all some more details. But yeah, it's coming soon for sure.
Coming soon.
Well, since we on the air, I'm gonna say this: we need to get one together.
Oh,
too,
you
bro.
already know. You already know.
That's what we do.
Already know.
P.
Hey, what's up, man? You can find me at Pharaoh Films across the board: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff.
Everywhere. And me, I'm Deshaun. You can find me on Instagram at Cognac_Confessionals. On Facebook, Cognac Confessionals. On YouTube, Cognac Confessionals. And I'm working on putting it out on all the other streaming platforms for podcasts. But the main place you can find me is where? In your bitch dreams. Why? Because that's where I reside, motherfucker. No, I'm just playing.
No,
I'm
you're
just
not.
joking, yeah. But seriously, I'm humbly cocky, you know what I'm saying? But nah, for real though. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. As always, you can be doing anything on this Friday night, but you choose to fuck with us, and I humbly appreciate you guys. I'm humbly cocky. Always will be. Why? Because that's the way I was made. You know what I'm saying? And to the haters, yeah, you hate the day my parents had unprotected sex in 1974. Why? Because that's what it was. Papa wanted a nut, and he got a nut. There it is.
Yes, sir.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Tune in next week when I ain't gonna tell y'all who we got next week because
Secret.
you'll see.
Secret.
It's what we do. If you're interested in being on the show, reach out to us. We always about education, elevation, motivation. You know what I'm saying? We definitely ain't about procrastination because that's a violation. But we definitely about conversation and cognac vibrations with the
Yes, sir.
libations. You know what I'm saying? And it's always Raider Nation. Fuck the cranberry and
Yes, sir.
butterscotch. But
Sir,
yeah,
what?
we out of here. And as usual, now it's time to say goodbye to all my Negro friends. Hey, catch y'all next week.